Oh, good morning, good morning. Good morning, my friends. Whoops, wait a minute. There. Good morning, good morning. It's not quite 10, but I'm on a minute early just to make sure I've got everything I need, and I think I do. So, it's a lovely fall morning. Apparently it's going to rain here in my neck of the woods. What's new for a weekend of rain? It's going to rain tomorrow too, which is unfortunate because I have a very special birthday party to go to tomorrow. My friend is celebrating well, they're all important. Birthdays are all important. But anyway, so her daughter is having a lovely party for her, so that's going to be a lot of fun. But it's going to rain, but it's not going to rain on our parade because rain is good. We need rain. Well, I don't think we need any more rain, actually, but anyway. So that's the story here. Good morning, Kathy. Thank you for popping on. And it is 10 o'clock, so let's start. Welcome to Fun Friday Stamping with me. It's very exciting today. I'm going to try not to laugh my way through this whole class, but anyway, let's start. Let's just get right into it here. Here we go. This is what we're going to make today. We're going to make this card, this note card, and we're going to make this fall card. I'm going to call it a fall card. It could be a good morning, Nancy. Thank you for popping on. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And it could be a fall card, Thanksgiving card. It could be a fall birthday card. It could be a get well. It could be whatever you want. So these are the cards we're going to make. So I think we'll start with this one. So let me take this one out of the way. Let me take this one out of the way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the stuff that I need. Here's all the stuff that I need. Let me move this to the side here. Wait till you see all the other stuff I've got to show you. Anyway, so the first thing I did was whoops. There we go. Is I started with a piece of basic white, and of course, you know, the routine, you have to have it scored, and you have to have it cut, and you have to have it scored, and then you have to fold it with your trusty little bone folder, just like that. Then I took two of my favorite colors, Granny Apple Green and Balmy Blue, two of my favorites. You could use whatever you want, and next week if you come into class or if you're doing it long distance, you can pick whatever colors you want, but these are the ones that I chose this morning. So let me just bring in my little silicone pad. And I ran this through. I'm going to show you here, if you can see on camera. This is one of the new 3D embossing folders, which I like. It's in one of the online exclusives, which is really fun. So what's shaking, bacon? Good morning, Priscilla. Priscilla, good morning, good morning. Welcome. Thank you for popping on. It is a lovely day. Well, it's not really lovely. There's some lovely clouds out there. And it's going to rain later on, but that's okay. But anyway, so here, a little bit of adhesive, da-da-da-da-da-da, and we're going to put it onto the base of the card, right like this. Shaken bacon. I love bacon. Who loves bacon? Hey, speaking of food, so I hardly ever food shop because I hate food shopping. I hate shopping, period. But anyway, I went to Shaw's Market the other day, and I got these new apples. Wait a minute, I have to just pop on here. I got these new apples. They're called Sweet Trio. They're a cross between a Honeycrisp. Good morning, Barbara. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome aboard. It's a cross between a Honeycrisp and, hey, Colleen. Thank you for popping on. I can't remember what the other combo is, but it is the best apple I've ever had. It's called Sweet Trio. No, Sweet Tango. Sweet Tango. Sweet Tango, yeah, and they had them on sale. They are so sweet and delicious, and I love almond butter, so I spread some almond butter, so it's a good lunch. But anyway, that's the story there. So let's get back to the card. Okay, so here is this, and that's all set. So now the next thing I did was I took a piece of Balmy Blue, and I took a piece of Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to layer this just to give it a little interest. These are wicked simple, wicked easy cards to make. And I need a lot of thank you notes all of a sudden. So I decided that I would use this. This stamp set is called Parcels and Petals. It's an oldie but a goodie. I love it to death. It's one of my favorites, old retired stamp sets. But anyway, okay, so that's done. So I'm just going to put that there for now. Now I'm going to bring in my little piece of basic white cardstock, and I'm going to take Balmy Blue. And I'm going to take, this is the floral image. Oh, what happened there? This is the floral image, and I'm just going to stamp this like this. Easy. Look at that. Look at how easy that was. I'll get this out of the way. Then the next thing I'm going to do is take my Granny Apple Green. Let me move that out of the way. And I'm going to take the little leaf stamp. Talk about easy. You could get a whole bunch of these made, no problem, no time at all here. And there's one, and then here's another one, and here's another one, right? Oh, let's see, let's put that one here, like that. Okay, that's that. And then, let me get this little stamp out of the way. And then I'm going to take the flourish, which this is a really pretty flourish. Look at that, isn't that pretty? That is going to go on my envelope. Let me bring this over, and I should have had this, I should have left this open, but actually it's probably a good thing because you know how I am. I'm a very messy stamper, but that's okay. And messy is not bad. I actually am going to put this on the inside as well, like this. I think I'll put it right here in the lower right-hand corner, like this. Like this. Isn't that pretty? It's just pretty. It's just a nice little pretty flourish. And on the envelope. And I think what I'm going to do is, this time I'm going to put it on the back, on the flap. And I'm going to turn this so that it's upside down. Let me bring this in so you can see better. I'm going to do it so the flap, to me, is upside down. And then I'm going to turn this like this so that I can get this, I can look and see the bottom of the flourish is going to be at the bottom. Actually, I think I'm going to put it in the middle, like that. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? It just gives it a little bit of pizzazz. And we like pizzazz, right? We like pizzazz, we like glitter. Oh, wait till you see what I'm going to do with glitter in a few minutes. Oh, Kathy Russell knows. Okay, now, a little bit of adhesive for this piece right here. How easy is this? I mean, you could make these up. Oh, I need a new, I need a new refill. Gosh, I got a lot of these. Okay, there's that. I did have one ready just because I knew that I would need it. Okay, there we go, here and here. All right, and now I'm going to put this on like this, and then I'm going to put this onto the base of my card, and I'm going to use some snail. This is going to go on with snail, and there we go. You never know what adhesive I'm going to use. Snail, Fast Fuse. All right, so I'm going to put this on my card base here, like this. And I'm going to orient it just a little bit over to the left side. Actually, I think I'm going to do it like this today. I'm going to turn this over like such, and I'm going to put this on right here. And then I am going to take my thank you stamp, which is, whoa, what did I do with it? Oh, maybe. Here it is right here. And I'm going to take my little banner, which I already cut out. I cut this out from the Apostles and Petals adhesive, not adhesive. Dies, thank you very much, dies. And I'm going to take my little thank you. I don't need my silicone pad for that, but I'm just going to get this on just like this. Look at that. I love the font. You know me in fonts. Always amazed that people can take a pen and create a beautiful font just like that. It's amazing to me. Okay, wait a minute. I got to move that out of the way. Now I'm going to bring in some dimensionals. One for each side. Pop this off. Pop this off. And then I'm going to bring this in, and I'm just going to overlap it just a little tiny bit. Let me see, like this. Yeah, like that. There we go. Perfect. All right, now the next thing I'm going to do is finalize it by adding a few little glitters. Now these are the 2023 in color jewels that I absolutely love. I have a lot of these left, and these actually match very, very nicely. They're iridescent, so they pick up lots of colors. So I am going to pick out, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this one. Look at how pretty that is. And I love my Take My Pick tool. If you don't have one of these, you really need one. It's a good tool to have. Look at that. Now, on the paper here, they look purplish, but when you put them on here, look, it pops the color. It just brings in that balmy blue and also the granny apple green. But isn't that a pretty card? I mean, talk about easy. So these are my thank you cards that we're going to make for next week. Okay, there's one. Done deal. Easy peasy. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the next card. I'm going to show you this absolutely adorable fall card. Now, this is one that I copied from somebody, but I cannot remember the name of the person. Sorry about that. But anyway, I love it. Look at how pretty that is. It starts out with a base of Very Vanilla, and then we're going to use the Moody Mauve, which is one of the new colors this year, one of the in colors. Beautiful. I love it. I love mauves. I love that color. All right, so then what I did was I took a piece of that, and I'm going to simply adhere this on to the base, and this is the inside. Look at that. Isn't that a pretty color? You see this all, you know, and everybody knows how Stampin' Up! Gets their colors. Stampin' Up! Follows the Pantone Institute. The Pantone Institute is the color organization in the world that decides what colors are going to be in fashion and in home decor, in crafting, in the whole world, in cars. You know, you look at the colors that we have, and these are colors that come from the Pantone Institute. So anyway, that's that. Then I did take another piece of Very Vanilla, and I ran it through. Good morning, Leslie. A little late. That's okay. Welcome aboard. And I ran it through the 3D embossing folders. Leslie's from New Hampshire, so maybe her time clock is a little bit behind us. Anyway, a little bit of adhesive for this, and this is going to go on nicely. I love these 3D embossing folders. And I love the online exclusives. Stampin' Up! Is doing this thing called online exclusives. If you don't know about it, I'm going to tell you quickly about it. What they're doing is they're introducing products every month, and it's going to be products that are only available online. So you have to go to StampinUp.com, and you see what the online products are. And what they're doing is, they're doing it because they're competing in the big world of marketing, and that's one of the things that marketing is doing, online business, which we all know because we all use it. How many don't use Amazon? We all use Amazon. Okay, anyway, let's get back to this. So this is a piece of Designer Series paper from the Autumn Designer 6x6 designer paper that ran out, and I mean this paper sold out in a New York hot minute. It was unbelievable. It sold out, then it came back in, and it sold out again. Luckily, I got 3 packages of it. So anyway, I've got plenty of these to make this card. So what I did was I just cut a piece. This is 1.5 inches by 4, and that's going to go in the center or thereabouts. It doesn't have to go in the center. It can go wherever I want. So let me put this on like this, and it does come to the edge of the Moody Mauve layer like that. I'm satisfied with that. That looks pretty good. Rub that in. Okay, now we're going to get to some fun stuff. All right, so what I've done is I have taken pumpkin pie, copper clay, old olive, and the Moody Mauve. And I cut the leaves out from the corresponding dies that go with this. So here they are like this. So then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my sponge dauber. I'm going to start with pumpkin pie, and I'm going to daub my leaf. Just my pumpkin pie leaf like this. And then what I might do is just pick it up and do the edges. So the edges can be a little bit more prominent in color. See that? It just gives a little bit of extra pizzazz. Okay, so pumpkin pie is done. Let me get this out of the way and move that up there. The next one I will do will be Old Olive. Old Olive. Did anybody have a relative called Olive? I did. Olive and Frances were my aunts, my twin aunts from England. I ever tell you that story? They were twins. They were modern miracles for their time. They were born in 1899, I think. 1899. And the country doctors came from they were born in England, and they were born at home, and they were modern miracles because in those days twins hardly ever survived, but they were born at home. So there you go. And you want to know another, let me tell you this part too. Okay, so I know I digress a bit, but this is really interesting, a historical fact for my family. So my grandmother was the oldest of in her family, and she remembers when her mother was pregnant for these twins. And the midwife would come and whatever, because in those days, most babies were born in, at home. So anyway, the babies were born and they were twins. And my grandparents had a lot of money and they had 24-hour care. But the thing that was most interesting is they had a cook's kitchen, and in the cook's kitchen they had this big coal stove where you had to feed the coal into the stove to keep it hot and everything. The midwife would sit right next to the stove because guess what? Those little tiny babies, and my grandmother said they were teensy tiny babies. She doesn't remember how much they weighed, but they were put in what my grandmother used to call shoe boxes. So they put the babies in the shoe boxes, and then they put them in the oven to keep them warm. And then when they started, my grandmother said, when they started to mew, M-E-W, making noise like a cat, the midwife would take them out of the ovens, bring them to my great-great-grandmother, and she would nurse the babies, and they'd change the diaper, and then they'd put them back in the little, wrap them up, pack them, put them in the little boxes, and put them back in the oven so they could keep warm and grow. They were a modern miracle, and they were country doctors from all around the place. They were born in Bradford, England, and country doctors would come from different counties to see these modern miracle babies. Anyway, that's my old Olive story. I'm so sorry. All right, let's get back to what we're supposed to do here. Okay, so now I've done the old olive. Now the next one I'm going to do is the pecan pie. Pecan pie. Sorry, but isn't that a great story? I mean, that's part of my family. Okay, so little daubs here and there, and then just the edges of this, a little bit here and there, just to give it a little bit. And you'll see when we pop this on how it looks. I love this new color. You know, at first it took me a while to get used to the new colors, but I'm used to the new colors and I like it. All right, now here's Moody Mauve. Now what I'm going to do here is a little bit different. I have already cut out the veins, as you can see, and then here is the leaf. So I'm going to put it right on top like this. So I'm going to get my Moody Mauve dauber, and I'm just going to come in and daub away like this, randomly. Easy. And now that I've got that part done, then I'm going to take this and just do the edges a little bit. Okay? How easy is that? Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere it. I'm going to use my Tombow, and I'm going to use tiny little bits. Now, yes, I could have used fine tip glue. I could have done that, but I'm just going to do little daubs here. See, just little tiny daubs, just little ones. I could have used fine tip. The other thing I could have used is I could have used my adhesive sheets. I could have done that, but I didn't. So there's this, just a little bit like that. Now I'm going to very carefully turn this over, and I'm going to put it back on my leaf like this. Now I'm not going to panic because I see a little bit of adhesive coming off the sides. What I am going to do is this little trick. I'm going to just take a baby wipe. Thank you, Leslie. It is a great story, yep. And I'm just going to, with my fingernail, run it right on the edge of that vein just to pick up that little glue. Because remember, Tombow doesn't dry, it dries tacky. So I don't want any oozing out of the sides because then it would be tacky. And it would be probably not be nice. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some adhesive on this and put this on my card. And we're going to put this one on like this. Easy. Then I'm going to put my pumpkin pie leaf on. Actually, I'm going to wedge this under just a little bit. Let's see if yeah, I can do that. Like that. Like that. Then I'm going to put my brown on my copper clay. No, this is pecan pie, sorry. Pecan pie. And you know what? I am going to snip off the little part here, right here. I'm going to snip that off. And whoops, you can't see what I'm doing, for heaven's sakes, Barbara. Let's get with the program here. Okay, and I'm going to put that right here like this. And then I'm going to put my green one on. I'm going to snip this off too, just like that. And add a little bit of adhesive here. Thank you. Can you see it now, Leslie? I hope you can. Yeah, I'm very bad about that. I have lots of issues here. Okay. Yeah, like yesterday, my newsletter. Have no clue why that happened, folks. No clue whatsoever. All right, so there is that. Now I'm going to take my banner, which again, I cut out from the same die set, and I'm going to take my mauve ink, and I'm going to stamp So Grateful, which is really a pretty, the font is beautiful. So let me get this in here. Can you see that? Thank you, Leslie. Yeah, I need help. See, it takes a village. Sometimes it takes an entire continent. All right, so there is that. And then, let me move that out of the way. And I'm going to pop this on with some dimensionals. What did I just, here they are right here. Easy. And then I'm going to also add a pretty gem. These are the In Color gems too. Whoops. Okay. And let me just put that on right here like this. How pretty is that? Now I'm going to take one of my gems and I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use the medium size. You could use whatever you want. And I'm going to put that right here. Look at how pretty that is. Oh, okay, there is my card. Isn't that pretty? Now, the inside needs just a little bit of love. So what I'm going to do is take my old olive. Good morning, Gail. Hey, Gail, I've got your envelopes. I mean, your calendars that Robin left. Your, 2024 calendars. But you probably know that, right? Yeah, you probably do. Anyway, okay, here's this. All right, so there is that. Oops, wait a minute. I gotta move something over here. I'm gonna show you this in a minute. Where do you see this? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay, there we go. I need my Pierce pad, because this is a photopolymer stamp. So I am going to stamp here. I'm going to stamp it off. I'm going to stamp it on. Look at that. That's my inside. And here is my outside on my envelope. There we go. And then I did also stamp the vein on that. I don't know where the stamp set is. Anyway, I'll find it later on and I'll stamp the vein on. So there's the vein. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Cindy, thank you for popping on. So here we go. So let me just get this out of the way so I don't get that all over me. And I'll put that back there. But here are the cards that we're going to do next week. And again, remember, you can choose whatever colors. If you don't like my color combination of Balmy Blue and Granny Apple Green, I'm glad you bought it too. It's a great bundle, Nancy. Wonderful bundle. If you don't like those color combinations, you tell me what color combinations you want and I'll get that all prepped for you. So there's that one and there is this one. So those are the cards for next week. Okay, now, let me introduce you to a few. Okay, I'm going to try to stay composed for this because this is crazy. All right, let me introduce you to my skeletons. Now, I know I showed you some last week, but I've been on a roll here. So here is Fred Astaire. No, not Fred Astaire. This is Monsieur Bonnet. Monsieur Bonnet. And remember, the legs and arms move. And inside, there are candies there. There's one. Here is Roy Rogers. Look. Roy Rogers, cowboy boots, the hat, a lariat with the rib, the nice new twine that matches that boho color. Here is Mr. Fred Astaire in his top hat. Can I pick them up next week? Yes, you can, Gail. Yes, you can. Okay, here he is. There's that one. Okay, and here is another dancer. This could be, let's see, this could be, who could this be? This could be Ethel Merman, even though she's a great singer. I think she danced too. Anyway, there's that. But anyway, let me just quickly show you how easy these are to make. These are 3x3 envelopes that I have. So what I did was I took a 3x3 envelope. I took the words that says boo to you. This is a photopolymer, so let me get this back in. Yes, they make me laugh, Kathy, too. But wait, you see the one that I just did. All right, so there's a boo there, kind of doing it like this, like, yeah, like that. Okay, so that's it. The boos are done. Now, the next thing I shall put on would be bats. Have to have some bats. After all, it is Halloween. All right, so here are my bats. I'm going to do a bat here. I'm going to do a bat there, bat here. And I'm not going to do a bat at the top because that's where Mr. Skeleton's head is going to go. Okay, so now, are you ready for this? Okay, wait, let me get this here and here. All right, so look at this one. The ballerina with the blue bird on her hand. Now, you wonder how I got the tutu. So what I did was I took the Zany Zoo dies and critters, and I took the little dancer, the ballerina dancer, and I stamped her tutu, and then I cut it out. And then I put it on, and of course it has to have glitter. It has to have glitter, so I put crystal effects on it, and then glitter on dazzling diamonds on the top of it. So now let's put her right here. And the arms and legs move. Look at how cute that is. Okay, wait. And then what you do is you put the I know, 2 little minis. These Hershey minis, they fit right in like this. Now, if you don't want to use your own DNA to lick the envelope, you can take a baby wipe and just wipe it like this, the baby wipe. That's the more sanitary thing to do. Off camera, I lick them. Okay, so there we go. So look, there's that one. Okay, now I've got one more to show you. Look at her. Look at this with the balloons. Okay. These are too darn cute. I think they're too darn cute. So anyway, I have a whole bunch of these. And if you want me to make you some, I'd be more than happy to make you some. I'm charging $2.25 for this cute little Halloween favor. You can have whoever you want. I've got so many of them. So let me know if you want. I can't help it. You know, the little things in life, you have to laugh. It's important to laugh because, you know, otherwise you'd cry or you wouldn't do anything, but it's fun. These things are entertaining, and I think the recipients will like them too. So if you want to make some, you can come and make some next week with me, or if you want me to make them, I'll be happy to make them for you. I'm charging $2.25, which is a bargain. I've been told it's a bargain because it takes a little while to, you know, to stamp and emboss. You've got to emboss all the little elements of the skeleton, and then you have to run them through the they are too cute. Gail, you see what I mean? You can get on a roll. This could be never-ending humor. But anyway, I forget where I was, but that's the story, my friends. So you have it. We're going to make Thanksgiving cards or fall birthday cards or whatever you want. We're going to make a cute little note card, and we've got skeletons galore. So I'll be happy to accommodate you in any way possible. All right, my friends, I hope you have a great weekend. It's weather-wise here in our neck of the woods. It's not going to be all that great, but you know what? We can do indoor things, like we can make skeletons for Halloween. All right, my friends, have a great week. Thank you so much again for supporting me. I love you all. Namaste.